Good day guys, Mr. B here with another probability video for you. Today we're going to look at dependent events. Now guys, with dependent events, okay, many real life events have some dependence on each other, okay, and I'll give you an example. The chance of it raining outside is going to have a big impact on the chance of me picking up my umbrella and taking that to work, okay? The chance of me picking up my umbrella is dependent on whether it's going to rain today, okay? And we see dependent events all the time, and we need to be aware of when we're dealing with probability and dealing with dependent events, we need to be aware of this and what to do in these situations. So guys, if two events are dependent, the outcome of your second event is going to be dependent on the outcome of the first event. So in these cases, the two events have to be considered separately. And in this blue box down here, what it really means is the probability of something happening in your second event is going to be different to the probability of the first event. Okay, it's going to change change some probabilities of your second event. And to look at this more clearly, we'll look at an example of independent events and of dependent events and how they're different. So guys, in a previous video, we looked at independent events. So let's look at an example. Okay, we've got a jar that contains some different types of marbles. We've got 3 black marbles, 5 red marbles, and 2 white marbles. We're going to pick a marble out of the bag, replace it, and then another marble is going to be picked out of the bag. And we need to draw a tree diagram for this situation. Now guys, we looked at tree diagrams before. They're branching diagrams that show the outcomes of an event. Okay, the chance of picking a black, a red, or a white marble, well, we've got 3 black marbles. We've got 10 in total, so it's 3 out of 10, 5 out of 10 for red, and 2 out of 10 for white. Now guys, I know that this is these events are independent because of this part of the question. The marble is being replaced. And what that means is, after we've picked this marble out, we put it back in the bag, and the probability of the next event happening, well, it's still, the probability of picking out another black marble is still going to be 3 out of 10. Because we put the marble back in the bag, we've still got 3 black marbles, and we've still got 10 marbles in total. Okay, so what it means is that the probability of the next event is exactly the same as the probability of the first event. The probability of picking a black in the first event is the same as picking a black in the second event. Okay, so we can draw our tree diagram, and we can use this tree diagram to calculate some probabilities. So if I was asked to find the probability of picking a black marble and then picking another black marble, well, we're going to move across our branches. We're going to multiply the probabilities on our branches, and that's going to give me an answer of 9 over 100. I can't simplify that anymore. That's the probability of picking a black marble and then another black marble. And guys, the key terminology here, the marble's replaced, so we're talking about independent events. So that is the key thing that's going to tell us we're looking at an independent event. So what about dependent events then? Well, let's have a look at a very similar example, but an example of dependent events. So guys, this jar contains the same marbles, okay? But in this question, a marble is picked from the bag without replacement. So we're going to pick a marble out of the bag, we're going to look at what color it is, we're not going to put it back in the bag, and then we're going to pick out another marble. So when we're thinking about this, the probability of the second event is going to be dependent on whatever marble you pick out in the first event. So when we're drawing a tree diagram, it's going to start off much like the last example. The probability of getting a black, red, and a white, well, for black is 3 out of 10. Red is 5 out of 10. White is 2 out of 10. Because there's 10 marbles in total, and that's the number of each type of color. But guys, if we think about this, we're not going to put that marble back into the bag. Okay, so instead of having 10 marbles in the bag on the second draw, we're only going to have 9 marbles. So instead of our probabilities being over 10 as a fraction, they're all going to be over 9 because there's only 9 possibilities now. So if we were to pull a black marble out, and then there's only going to be 2 black marbles remaining in the bag. We started with 3, there's only going to be 2 remaining, and there's going to be 9 in total, so the probability of getting another black is going to be 2 out of 9. If we pull out a black, there is still going to be 5 red marbles left over, but there's only going to be 9 marbles left in the bag, so the probability of getting a red on the second event, if a black was pulled on the first event, is going to be 5 out of 9. And again, if we pull out a black in our first event, the probability of pulling a white is, well, there's still going to be 2 white marbles in the bag. There's only 9 marbles left in total, so it's going to be 2 out of 9. Now, we've got to be careful when we draw these tree diagrams, because if we were to pull out a red marble on the first time we pick a marble from the bag, well, again, we're only going to be left with 9 marbles in the bag, so each fraction is going to have 9 as its denominator. But there's still going to be 3 black marbles in the bag, so it's going to be 3. The probability of pulling out a black on the second event will be 3 out of 9. The probability of pulling out another red marble, well, we started with 5 red marbles. If we've pulled one out, we've only got 4 red marbles left, so that's going to be 4 out of 9. And for our whites, well, we haven't pulled any whites out. There's still going to be 2 in there. The probability of pulling out a white for the second event would be 2 out of 9. And the same concept applies for the probabilities down here as well. Guys, if we then needed to find the probability of pulling a black marble and then another black marble, well, it's going to be different to our first example because these events are dependent events. So the probability of getting a black marble on the first event is 3 out of 10. The probability of getting it on the second event is 2 out of 9. So if we're trying to find the probability of getting a black and a black, we're going to multiply those two probabilities on the branches together. It's going to give us 6 over 90. And if we simplify that down, we can actually write that more simple as 1 out of 15. And we'll see that probability is quite different to what we worked out on the previous example where the marbles were replaced. Guys, that is dependent events. I hope you found that useful. Look out for more videos with Mr. B in the future.